All right. So as expected, the U.S. Mint had released a press release. This morning, and to clarify things with the upcoming 2021 Morgan and Peace dollar coins that has generated so much buzz in the numismatic community and a lot of negativity, might I add. There's been so much negativity surrounding what the U.S. Mint is trying to do with this release. And I had mentioned on a number of occasions to a number of people that this was indeed a pre-release. And it just seems to me that it didn't register with a lot of folks. And a lot of these folks, granted, are probably new to the concept of a pre-order or pre-release, as you would call it, which is for those of you that delve into other things outside of coins. We see pre-releases in the video game industry. Oftentimes when you have a popular, hot, upcoming release of a video game or a console, let's go ahead and use like the PS5 as a great example of this, that the console was up for pre-release a couple months, I believe, before the actual drop date or street date in which these go live. It is just a standard. Okay, we also see it also in the sports card industry. There's a lot of pre-releases on upcoming products that are releasing in like 30, 45, 60 days, 3 months, what have you. We also see it in tradable card games, pre-release for Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, Flesh and Blood, that sort of thing, and also the comic book industry. So it's not at all new. And we also see pre-release, believe it or not, I think the U.S. Mint is kind of like the last mint that is, for the first time ever, generating what we call a pre-order on any of their coins. But we see other mints do pre-orders and pre-releases, pre-sales, and things like of that nature on some of their commemoratives and, things like that. So the U.S. Mint had generated this pre-release. I mean, I could read some certain bits and pieces from it. They, in no such words, well, they had just mentioned that this is a pre-order event. As you guys know, these are going to go on sale starting May 24th, but the coins won't be released until October. Sounds like a pre-order, okay? On sale for 2 weeks each or until mintage is depleted, with shipping in October. So if this is like the first time that you've heard about these two coins, and they actually have a nice thumbnail image of what is going to be going on sale for pre-order the end of the month. If this is your first time here, we'll actually take a drive over to the U.S. Mint page for these 6 coins that are going to be available. 2 of them will be dropping May 24th, and I firmly believe that those 2 that will be available May 24th are going to be instant sellouts. They're going to be the most popular out of the 6. The Morgan dollar with both the CC Privy Mark and the O Privy Mark for New Orleans will be instant sellouts. And then June 1st, they're going to release the San Francisco and Denver, I believe. And then on June 7th, they're going to release the Morgan Philadelphia, which isn't going to have a mint mark at all, and the Peace dollar as well. And they will all be adorned by 2021 as an 100-year anniversary of kind of like this transitional stage of those 2 popular coins. So that's what we're seeing. I mean, it's pretty clear-cut and dry what the U.S. Mint is saying, and hopefully this will allow people to kind of digest exactly the pre-release, pre-order concept with the U.S. Mint products. A lot of people are saying, well, why am I going to order it? They're just going to hold my money, until the product gets released and make interest and all this other stuff. And to be absolutely honest, a lot of it is just a reach. People are just trying to find excuses, make excuses for what's going on here when a pre-order concept has been around for decades. So This shouldn't be new. This is something new that they're trying out. And no, they, it's not any of our business what happens to the money, as these are being paid for at the end of the month. And yeah, you have to wait a few months to receive them. But it locks in your order, ladies and gentlemen. You lock in your order, they're guaranteed to go to you. Again, 6 different types that are going to be made available. They're all 999 fine silver, and will have an uncirculated finish, which is perfect. That's what exactly I would expect. Household limit for each coin will be 10, which means you could order up to 10 pieces for each coin type. And they will all be priced at $85 a piece. My recommendation is if you could max out the order at 10 for each coin, you're going to be making some big money. Product limit for each Morgan dollar is 175,000 coins. Piece dollar will be 200,000. Now, believe it or not, even though the piece dollar is going to have a product limit of 200,000 coins, I think outside of the CC and O Privy Mark Morgans, the piece dollar will be the 3rd quickest sellout of the 6 coins, in spite of its larger product limit amount. And the reason why it is that there is no other variants to that piece dollar. It's just going to be a Philadelphia minted piece dollar, in which there are no other variants. There's no Denver Mint variant. There's no San Francisco Mint variant. As you guys know, they did not produce Carson City and New Orleans coins for the piece dollar. So there would be just a couple variants. But it's interesting that they would even consider doing a D or S. They could even throw it in as another extra week, June 14th, if they wanted to, and probably sell those out as well. So those are the 6 coins, and I really don't have to say a whole lot else regarding this this pre-order. Shipping is scheduled to begin in October. Customers may begin ordering the coins at noon Eastern Time on the day each pre-order window opens, May 24th, June 1st, June 7th. So, yeah, I mean, there's no hidden meaning to anything in here. I mean, it goes into more detail about George T. Morgan and how he was the original designer of the coin and all that great stuff. And, good. That's what we need to know. Now, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the coins themselves, because there are folks that are kind of, again, there's a lot of negativity regarding this release, because people are under the impression that they're not going to be able to touch these with a 10-foot pole, and they just don't want to deal with the website crashes and issues and things of that nature. So, excuse me. From what I can see, the CC Privy and O Privy, okay, without a shadow of a doubt, are going to be instant sellers. Now, if you just want to buy an example, to have an example, maybe you should forego these 2 coins here and possibly go after the Denver Mint, San Francisco Mint, and Morgan. Of course, the U.S. Mint is going to kick things off with what they feel like is going to be the most popular releases, kind of like the most impactful, the ones that will sell out. And I call it kinetic trending. Like, you have the most popular, and then, it's like watching a movie. You've seen the very first Jurassic Park, but with each subsequent sequel, okay, the popularity becomes less. Okay, the movies become not as good. All right. I wouldn't exactly say that the subsequent coins after the CC and O Privy kind of diminishes, but I think if you were going to have a real shot at getting any of the coins at all, you should aim for the Denver, San Francisco, or Philadelphia. The Philadelphia, I think, will sell the slowest. It will sell out probably within a day or two, but this is a coin right here that if you really wanted to get one, you don't want to bust your butt trying to jump on the website and have to fight, thousands of other people. The Philadelphia Morgan coin might be the best option. All right. And I would say the Denver and San Francisco are the two next best options. The peace dollar, that's going to be a tough one. That's a one-off. All right. So with coins like this, where you only have one variant and that's it. Okay. Those are another kind of like target buyout. And this coin, I have a feeling won't last more than like maybe 20-25 minutes on the US Mint website. So that's going to be a tough one to achieve. I think this is my favorite coin out of the six. I've always been a lot more partial to the piece design with Anthony's artwork on there. Only because I think it's a lot more, I don't know. The Liberty on the peace dollar just seems a lot more feminine to me. I guess. I don't know. I just think it's a lot more glamorous looking design compared to the George T. Morgan artwork, where it's, believe me, it's aged well, but it's a love it or hate it design. Whereas the peace dollar design, I think, is just stunning. But that's where we're at on the 6 coins. Again, the US Mint has made it clear that this is a pre-order event. And it's exactly what I would thought it would be. I mean, now if you're not believing me, 2-3 weeks ago when I talked about these, now it should be absolutely crystal clear that this is exactly what it is. And that's all good, and then don't worry about, the U.S. Mint holding on to this money, gaining interest. I'm like, that is way too much. That's too much of a deep dive into something that really does not pertain to you. Okay, just know that they're going to be dedicating a lot of time to ensure the craftsmanship of these coins. And then from there, when these drop in October, guess what? These coins will be at their pinnacle during the holidays than if they really dropped and were shipped out to you in June, where usually numismatics, the whole market as a whole, is usually a little bit down. So if you're going to make more money, have these drop during the holidays, send off some examples to PCGS or NGC, make a ton of money. All right, be a hero. If you have some money to invest, if you have your crypto that you've been holding on to, cash out some Dogecoin and then get some of these, because they are going to be absolutely stunning coins, to say the least. But if you were to max out the quantity at 10 coins a piece, all right, these things again have a pre-order price of $85. So that's $850 per. Okay, and then times that by 6. What is that? Like $5,000. I mean, it's not bad. How would you like to double, triple up your money, or even make more than that? I mean, the U.S. Mint is going to give everybody a fair and equitable shot to really make some money. Because if you could imagine, if I were kind of going to go and speculate what a Mint State 70 example of, say, the CC Privy Mark is going to go for, that's probably the most expensive one. But I would venture to guess that that coin is going to be, probably at first crack, going to be close to $1,000. And then as more and more enter the marketplace, you're probably going to see that coin correct to like the $400 to $500 level. It's going to be very interesting, and there should be plenty enough coins to go around. If we were to round up to 200,000 pieces of each one of these, even though they're 175, but if you had 200, 400, 600, 800,000, 1 million, 1.2 million. So if you deduct 1,075,000, does that sound correct? No? 1.1 million or somewhere around there. My math is all jumbled up. I think I hit my head one too many times this morning. And I really did. I gotta be careful. But Yeah, there should be plenty enough coins. If you got, again, to the folks out there that have like this lingering issue of not wanting to deal with the U.S. Mint, go for this one right here. It's still going to be a popular coin. The secondary market will still treat it as a exceptional collectible piece. I want a few of them for myself personally, only because this is probably one of the most substantial releases in quite some time. And these will age well. There's going to be nothing else like it for the foreseeable future, because we are talking about the 100-year anniversary of one of the most historic, well-collected series in numismatics. So, anyways, I wanted to talk about that. Great to see the U.S. Mint chime in for the pre-order details of the coins, and to kind of reinforce that that is exactly what this is, and it should be treated as such. And for a lot of folks out there, if you have any other questions or concerns, go ahead and post them below in the comments section. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to go ahead and do it. I'm your host, Sean, with BlueRidgeSilverhound. Thank you again for joining. Thank you for all of your support with my channel over the years. Appreciate it. Trying to make it absolutely membership free, even though the ads suck. I mean, right? Some of you really do think that. But it's like watching regular TV, right? Still gotta watch the ads, and the networks and the content creators, who are for the most part singular people, are trying to make a living. And the last thing I want to do is throw out a membership, a Patreon, stuff like that, and feel like that I'm not going to be able to deliver on the expectations of those memberships. But at the very least, you can watch the videos and skip the ads and all that great stuff, which is pretty easy to do. But thank you guys. I appreciate it. Love every single one of you. A few more weeks. Reserve the date. See this little remind me button? I would highly recommend that you guys hit that, because you'll get the remind me notification on your phones, as opposed to having to skip through all the steps of going in, clicking the quantities and all that stuff. You'll get the link where you can just go right directly to checkout and then finish your transaction. And that is supposed to be a lot easier to manage, rather than going into the website when it's already going to be slow going and just checking out. It's going to be a whole lot easier for you, ladies and gentlemen. But that's it. Thank you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will Coinaholics. We are discovering together every single day. I think the next video we'll do will be a wrap video after this is all done, because I want to hear some horror stories with this whole thing, the ordering process. I also want to hear some of your wins and successes. I want to see some consistent checkouts of 10 coins for some of these. If you're going to max out 10, go for the CC and O preview, right? All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Enjoy your Friday. Don't work so hard, and have a great weekend. Take care.